Detroit was when they were putting together automobiles. Like Detroit at one point in time was one of the richest richest cities in the country.
Yeah.
Detroit was a huge hub. There was beautiful cars everywhere. America was making these cars, and they were selling like crazy. The industry was booming, and then they pulled it all out.
Yeah.
And then the city imploded. Like if you went to Detroit when did Detroit fall apart? When did the auto manufacturers pull a giant chunk of their production out of Detroit? What year was that? Because it's a very stark cliff economically. It's like Roger and Me when he made that documentary.
Oh yeah,
1960s. When a building boom pushed people to the suburbs. Population plummeted to 700,000 with the highest unemployment rate, more than 16% in any major American city.
Yeah.
So it started with the building boom, pushed back people into the suburbs, but I think the big one was the automobile. So what is Detroit's downfall? Yeah, it's the heavily automobile-centric industrial landscape of Detroit, established in the first half of the 20th century, led to rapid declines in population and economic output after automotive decentralization.
I think that means that they took their factories to other countries with fewer regulations.
It's exactly what they did. It's exactly what they did. And it makes you think, like, man, what did you do? What did you do? Like, how much more profit? I'm sure it's a lot of money.
A lot.
But what did you do?
Yeah,
when you think about that, that you could have all those people working for you, and you're like, you know what? We're going to go over there because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Fuck your life.
Yeah. Well, it's just business, baby.
Crazy.
It's just business. That's another thing. You know, people say that. It's just business is like usually encapsulates this Machiavellian attitude towards humanity as a whole. It's just business. Look, what do you want us to do? We're trying to make the most profit. This is the job. It's a business. This is what we do. And what are like the question is, okay, so what do you do? Like, do you hyper regulate private companies and tell them, no, you can't do that. You can't leave. We're going to keep you here. We're going to put embargoes.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So
because then the government would have control.
Not only
There'd
that,
be too much control over what a corporation does.
Every single thing that involves workers' rights pushes us one step closer to full automation. Every single thing over time. When it gets to the point that operating an Android is less expensive than paying for a human, there will be no more human workers.
That's Andrew Yang's thing. Yeah.
Andrew Yang says that?
Yeah, Andrew Yang talks about automation and how automation is going to kill so many jobs and that people aren't prepared for it. And that's one of the reasons why he was pushing universal basic income.
Yeah, because that's all that's left.